Alright, so Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi. For today, we shall be discussing about our service called Food Link. Okay, so for our Food Link, basically, we are focusing on sharing food. Basically, in a short sentence, it's sharing food, but at the same time, we won't be wasting food. Okay, so we waste becomes source for those who are poor, or for those who are homeless or are in a tight budget. We are the service that provides food for them. Or we also collaborate with other restaurants or supermarkets that want to throw out food or want to throw out um, leftovers. We will provide the food to the homeless or poor people. So first and foremost, we will talk about our target users. So mostly our main users are NGOs and food banks. So we collaborate with food banks so that we can have a source of income. Well, not source of income, but basically an income for food so that we can share to those who need. For an example, our target aids are homeless people, low income communities, and poor family. So basically, those are our main targets because we want to help spread and at the same time help stop waste on food and also spread the food to other people who are in need. Okay. So food donors are also welcome in our app or our collaborations to help food donors like restaurants, supermarkets, and night market vendors. Most of the time, we see night market vendors when they're at the end of their night. Most likely, they'll throw out their food or they'll just basically give it for free. But most of the time, they'll still have leftovers even after giving it for free. So Food Link is a way for them to help distribute the leftover foods or to help get people to come to their stalls to get the leftover food. Okay, so next is marketing objective. Okay, so our marketing objective is to one, raise awareness about hunger and malnutrition. So because of some people having lack access to food or having low income and unable to buy food, they are more likely to get malnutrition, especially the kids of the family or the younger people or the older people in the communities. Okay, so we are want to raise malnutrition and educate the public on the importance of reducing the hunger issues on wide scale basis. Okay, so next is to reduce food waste. Like I said, by doing this, we can help reduce food waste and motivate consumers and businesses to minimize food waste. Okay, food waste is basically really important to us, especially since we are mostly Muslim in our community, and food waste is a big no-no in our part. Okay. So next is donation and fundraising. We increase funding for a hunger relief program and make the app become one of the platform to donate. Okay, so by increasing our funding, we help other people by giving them funds or by helping them give food other than food, maybe financial aid, so they are able to live a more saving strategies. Okay, so we have a digital campaign called Food Safe Soul Given Food. Oh, sorry, Soul Given Hope. Okay, we mostly do our campaign on Instagram, TikTok, Facebooks, or and X or Twitter. A short one is before and after videos and true stories of food recipients. So basically, we show them our process of giving food, of handing out food, of receiving food, and also handing out the food. Okay. So next we have collaborate with food influencers and NGOs. Most of the time, sponsor food influencers to promote the app via demonstrating food donation process. So most of the time, if you look at TikTok, especially TikTok right now, is very common to see videos of people who say, oh, they want to buy one, and then they'll ask how much for one, and then they'll buy 100 of them to give to the homeless. So that's a popular video that I've seen on my TikTok for you page. So we are trying to use that to promote ourselves to TikTok so that more people will be aware of our existence and aware of our app. Okay, next is a soft launch campaign in university and big cities. Most of the time, we'll hold roadshows on campuses and B4D focuses areas, use incentives for first traders to register small booths. So basically, we'll do this by, like it says, spread to campuses. So by doing this, we'll do maybe a small booth that shares about our app, who are interested in our app, or what our app does. So basically, this helps because most of our generation, if we look at it, the more who can do are the young ones. So most of the time, we'll share it to the younger audience of our community. And lastly is annual program Food Charity Day. So we organize a national day for trader participation. Sorry, trader participation. Okay, so for this one, most of the time we do food charity day. Basically, we'll hire some booths, maybe hire some people to get food or to cook food, and then we'll just distribute to the homeless, basically for the whole day. Normally, this takes quite a while to get a few people, but most of the time we do get people to come to our event. Any questions so far before I move on?
Saya nak tanya.
All right, Ashraf.
Try macam ke slide ke belakang lagi.
Slide the slide before this. Okay, this one.
Kita macam food, diorang suka apa benda makanan lah kan.
Yes.
Apa maksudnya restoran ataupun supermarket, orang-orang yang jaga kedai tu dia yang hantar makanan ataupun dia panggil orang?
So ini jambatan untuk diorang. So basically diorang akan contact kita ataupun diorang akan guna app kita lah basically. Dia macam Foodpanda, kita nak cari orang ataupun dia nak bagi tahu kat orang yang dia tu terbuka untuk ambil makanan percuma. So biasanya kalau tengok dekat biasanya dekat bandar lah biasanya. Tengok ada je yang restoran, diorang ada waktu diorang untuk bagi makan. Untuk bagi makan percuma lah. Biasanya closing hours lah. So kiranya kita ni mungkin untuk restoran ataupun untuk gerai-gerai lah.
Biasa dia bagi ni lah kan makanan lebihan pada
Ya,
malam
betul.
tu.
Betul.
Okay.
Alright, ada lagi soalan ke? Okay, saya move on. So next kita nak cakap pasal promotional tactics kita. Okay, so promotional tactics kita lebih kurang juga sama macam tadi. Kita ada social media campaign, launch teaser videos, user testimonials, and behind the scene NGO stories. So for an example, we will launch teaser videos of 10 more days for our app to be opened, or 2 more hours before our app is officially released. And then we have user testimonies. Basically, we have feedback and show the feedback of users of our app to other people. And lastly is the NGO stories. So basically, behind the scene NGO stories, we show like, they've been having a hard time, and because of our app, they are able to have a more stable life than they had before this. Okay, so the next one is influencer collaboration. So basically, influencers are almost everywhere in Malaysia these days, like Khairul Amin. Other names, can someone give me examples of influencers?
Ali Shukri.
Yes, Alif Shukri, thank you. And so on and so forth. Okay. So basically, maybe if we go to the big people, maybe it's a bit hard to get like Khairul Amin, but normally the smaller ones might be easier, and it might be, sure, we'll start small, but the more we go, the bigger we grow. So we work with food bloggers like Jason. Was that his name? Jason, the one that always tastes food. If I'm not mistaken, it's Jason.
Yeah, Jason.
Yeah, Jason. For example, we could do a collab with him and then help. Because normally I see him also help a lot of people, especially like that one time where an Apam Balik store burned down. I think he was there. He went there and helped them buy food and help them clean up and everywhere. So I think it's a good idea to get Jason and to help him. Sorry, to ask for him to help us promote us for a better cause. Okay, next is content marketing, blog posts, infographics, and short videos about hunger and food waste. So basically, like I said before this, one of our main goals is to make everyone realize and make malnutrition and food waste a big thing, even though it doesn't sound that much of a big thing or a big problem. We can make it a big problem by spreading the word. Okay, so we do want to avoid food wastage. We want to avoid malnutrition in kids or malnutrition in the older generation. So by doing that, we can post TikTok videos, short TikTok videos about what malnutrition is, how to avoid food wastage, um, or basically how our app works. Okay, and then lastly, we have a community outreach. Okay, community outreach. We partner with universities and volunteers to raise awareness. I'm sorry. Okay, so partner with universities. Most of the time, by partnering with universities, we do a talk about food waste or malnutrition or how it's hard to get leftover foods or how hard to get foods in general for the people who need it. So we raise awareness on how food wastage or the food that we don't finish or are about to expire are still useful to other people's. For an example, some supermarkets, once they have almost expired food, most of the time they sell it for cheaper. If they don't sell it for cheaper, sometimes they give it to the homeless, from what I've seen. Okay, so basically that's our one of our main focuses. Okay, so that should be about it for me. Does anyone have any questions? Any questions at all?
Nak tanya.
All right, Damia, you are
So
free to
basic,
ask.
so basically apps ni orang ramai pun boleh download dan guna lah. Tak semestinya um, macam contoh kan, kalau homeless tu dia mana ada phone, macam mana dia nak tengok. So basically kalau orang biasa macam kita, ada apps tu macam contoh kita ambil makanan tu, I mean kita tengok apps tu macam restoran tu ada banyak makanan yang tak habis malam tu. So boleh ke kalau kita yang ambil makanan tu dan kita
Boleh?
yang pergi bagi kat homeless tu.
Boleh.
Sebab
Kita sebab faham juga kiranya target audience kita, sebab kalau untuk homeless pun boleh faham juga sebab kita tak ada cara untuk spread the awareness kepada diorang. So kita macam sebut tadi betul, boleh juga untuk diorang. Kiranya contohnya Damia ada download app tu, lepas tu ada nampak makanan tu free banyak. Lepas tu nampak dekat sebelah kedai tu ke, dekat belakang situ ke ada banyak orang yang memerlukan makanan tu, boleh je ambil makanan tu, lepas tu spread dekat diorang. Tapi most of the time, untuk elak salah guna tu, kita adalah cara-cara kita tu. Tapi most of the time, yelah kita buat macam tu. Tu yang lagi satu untuk pihak restoran juga, untuk diorang buka. Kiranya app tu bukan saja untuk ambil makanan, app tu untuk inform juga orang yang, oh okay, kedai ni buka untuk ambil makanan lebih. Kedai ni buka untuk bagi makanan atau untuk ambil makan untuk bagi kat orang. Okay, so tu pentingnya. Okay, so tu pentingnya untuk kita sebagai warga negara Malaysia ke, tak kisahlah, kita sebagai human lah, kita sebagai human untuk tolong orang. So dengan cara app ni, by kita ada app ni, kita boleh, oh nampak makanan ni lebih, kita boleh bagi dekat orang. Faham ke untuk Damia?
faham.
Alright, so next, ada apa lagi soalan?
So I think it's not only the influencer collaboration, we can do like the academic collaboration, such as we involve the institutions, schools, and maybe more NGOs, since that we need to raise the exposure and awareness about our apps and the objective of the apps. Like we want to reduce the zero hunger, is it?
Yes,
So I would love to suggest that we could collab with the schools, institutions, and NGOs also.
Yes, thank you, Bella, for the suggestions. And it is also possible for us to collab with schools and NGOs. How However, yeah, it depends on also some schools might be a bit complicated to get, but mostly, like I said, we want to target more to university students so that because most of the time, if we rely on people, we mostly rely on teenage to adult people instead of kids. So yeah, schools are also an option because sometimes kids will say to their parents about the product that we have because yelah balik sekolah lepas tu diorang pun macam oh belajar apa dekat rumah. So like that's also an example. Okay, any other questions or suggestions that I can answer for you? Okay, if that's about it, I think we can end our meeting here. All right, so seems that that's about it for today. So we end this discussion. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much for those who joined and for those who were sorry what sorry I mean for those who sudi mendengar on about Foodlink. Okay, so thanks so much for your time today. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good evening.